Hey everyone, this is C Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is April 17th, 2026, and we're looking at a lawsuit over Circle's response to a major DeFi hack, a U.S. state bill that would let Tennessee hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, and a court fight that could decide whether prediction markets are regulated as derivatives or as gambling. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia, including traders and remittance users in the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, and across the region. Issue 1. Circle sued for not freezing 230 in stolen USDC from the drift hack. A new class action complaint accuses Circle of failing to freeze more than $230 million in USDC that hackers allegedly stole from Solana-based Drift protocol and then bridged to Ethereum using Circle's cross-chain transfer protocol. Investigators say the April 1st attack drained around $285 million from Drift, likely via a North Korea-linked group known as UNC4736, and that over 100 transactions moved the stolen USDC through CCTP over roughly 6 hours while Circle took no on-chain action. The lawsuit argues Circle had both the technical ability and contractual right to lock the funds, while Circle's public stance has been that freezing requires clear legal orders, and that constant unilateral intervention would undermine USDC's reliability and neutrality. For Southeast Asia users who rely on stablecoins for trading and remittances, this case highlights a key tension. People want issuers to block hackers, but aggressive freezing can also impact innocent users and protocols, so courts may soon draw clearer lines around when and how stablecoin issuers must act. Issue 2. Tennessee's Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act heads to Senate Finance. In the U.S., Tennessee's Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act is now scheduled for a hearing in the state Senate Finance Ways and Means Committee, moving one step closer to becoming law. The bill would allow the state treasurer to allocate up to 10% of certain public funds into Bitcoin, excluding other crypto assets, while capping new BTC purchases at 5% of the reserve per year and requiring conservative custody and reporting rules. Supporters say a state-level Bitcoin reserve could diversify long-term holdings similar to gold, while critics worry about volatility, political risk, and the precedent of using taxpayer-linked money for crypto exposure. For investors in Southeast Asia, including those in the Philippines and Indonesia who watch U.S. policy signals, the Tennessee bill adds to a pattern of states exploring Bitcoin reserves, reinforcing the idea that BTC is increasingly being treated as a strategic asset, not just a speculative trade, by some parts of government. Issue 3. Kalshi versus Nevada. Who regulates prediction markets? Lawyers for prediction market platform Kalshi and for Nevada gaming regulators have gone before the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit in a case that could shape how event-based contracts are regulated nationwide. Nevada argues that many of Kalshi's sports and event contracts are essentially unlicensed bets that fall under state gambling law, while Kalshi and several allies, including the CFTC, say federally registered markets should be treated as derivatives under the Commodity Exchange Act, not as casino products. Early rulings across different courts have been mixed, and legal analysts note that if circuit courts keep splitting on preemption and jurisdiction, the dispute could eventually end up at the U.S. Supreme Court. For Southeast Asia traders who use or follow on-chain prediction platforms, this fight matters because a strong federal derivatives model could legitimize prediction markets as financial tools, while a strict gambling law approach might push more activity offshore or purely on-chain. In summary, Circle faces a class action lawsuit for not freezing over 230 in stolen USDC. Tennessee's Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act moves to a Senate hearing for a 10% BTC allocation, and Kalshi's appeal could decide if prediction markets are derivatives or gambling. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. And if you want more chart analysis and trading insights, join our free Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. See you in the next one.